By now, you should have downloaded and installed the Zotero application with whatever browser extension came with it on the PC or on the Mac. I recommended Firefox. And if you do not know how to install an application on your Mac or on your PC, that's a little bit beyond the scope of this. You probably want a little bit more of a beginner tutorial. And we're going to start as if you know how to install applications. So now I'm going to launch the standalone Zotero application. If you are on the Mac, you're watching this because it included the Zotero standalone. For people that only are on PCs, they'll be watching the next one that looks at the Firefox extension, which we'll also use as Mac users. But let's open up the standalone application. Now, mine already has, so on your computer, you can go ahead and do that. Mine already has a bunch of different sample books and articles that I have downloaded. Yours won't, even if you've already put some things in Zotero on the website, because it needs to know who you are. Remember I talked about that user login and password? So we're going to go up here to the settings and choose preferences. And in here, we'll click on sync. And you'll see you need to enter in your username and your password. And then we'll be able to sync because it will know who you are and what information to sync. Let's take a look a little bit lower down here. You can store things in Zotero that don't have attachments with them. So you found this great article about gender differences in education and you saved it. It may have left the PDF wherever it was, whether that's on your hard drive or whether it's actually on the academic journal's website itself. I like to store my attachments inside of Zotero to make it really portable. But once your file size, your total storage that you're using in Zotero gets to a certain size, you may find yourself going from the free option up to one of their paid options. I also use it with students and have them doing group projects, so I end up paying $20 a year and that gets me by just fine. You can look at the prices for the storage options and make some estimates for yourself if you'd like. There, of course, are some benefits to having your attachments, the actual PDF articles in your Zotero, but if you wanted to save some money, you could also save them on your hard drive and perhaps even annotate them somewhere else and just do the citing from within Zotero. Either one is going to work fine for you. So I'm going to exit out, and then if you just did this, you would want to click the sync button over here so that it would sync everything you've got from whatever you may have saved on the Zotero website over to this standalone application. You may not have saved anything yet, so that's fine if yours is empty, but you still want to make sure your username and password, you've input them like I showed you here under preferences, so that in the future as we add stuff, everyone's talking to everyone else.